Scribd app that I've been using for about 3 months now during the coronavirus pandemic and the latest UK lockdown. So my little furry assistant and myself, let me see if I can flick the camera. So, sorry, I flipped the camera now, sorry. And I thought I would talk to you this evening about the Scribd app, as I have just mentioned with my furry assistant, who's just out of shot at the moment, but trust me, he enjoys it too. Scribd is a very large digital library that provides access to both original documents and ebooks and audiobooks and magazines. And I think the subscription is about $8.99, and even though I'm based in the UK, I pay the subscription amount in dollars, or at least it comes out in dollars from my bank account. I don't know why that is, whether that's a normal thing, but most people who've reviewed the service have also mentioned dollars as well, so I think this must be pretty standard. I will insert a bit of film in this video that shows you what the screen itself looks like. It's an app you download from the App Store. It's available, I think, both for Android and for Apple iOS. I'm a confirmed Apple user, so I just downloaded the app, and I came across this app completely almost by accident because I was looking for an ebook because I have a visual and print disability, and I have dyslexia, and I also have a problem called, I think it's called nystagmus, where your eyes wobble around and it can make it very difficult to focus on print and things. And you may see the pictures are a bit wavy in the beginning of my intro. That's my artwork, and I do a lot of wavy art because a lot of things I see are a bit blurred, so I kind of paint in a blurred style. But the condition can cause problems with reading, and it's easier for me to read a digital book because I can use the Apple like integral settings on the iPhone to access like print, like both Kindle books on Amazon or any kind of ebook really, and websites. It's just a sort of, I'll show you what it looks like. It's just a sort of icon that lives at the top of my screen, both on my iPhone, which is an iPhone 8 Plus, and my iPad Pro, and you just press on the icon, it opens up and it will speak any content out on a that's a print on a website or an ebook, so that's good. And as I was saying, I was looking for a book that I read in high school, well, at least it would be what in America you would call junior high, and what we would in the UK call year 7. It's called The Guardians by John Christopher, and I could not find this book anywhere for ages and ages, and I looked because I really want to read it. It's one of the books that made a big impression on me, and I wrote a blog post about in the first UK national lockdown called Revisiting the Books That Made Me, and there's I'll try and link the blog post if I remember, and that book is included in there, and I really wanted to read it again and I couldn't find it, only in the print copy that I've got that's very old and very difficult for me to read. And I stumbled across it as part of this Scribd membership, and I decided to sign up for the free trial at first so I could read read the book again, so I did. And there's so much content. You don't keep, it's very important at this point for me to mention that you don't actually keep the books, which is very different to Audible, because Audible books you get to keep, even if you cancel your subscription. The Scribd membership is more a sort of keep it more that you can borrow like you would at your local library. They have got some access to new releases. There's quite a few things, I believe, but some people have said that their content is blocked if they try and listen to several new releases one after the other. But I haven't experienced this so far. But I've been able to listen to some very current audiobooks, and you can mark off ones you want to read in like a sort of, it's almost like a wish list or a playlist that you get to use, and then you can like read them, and it will tell you what you have read, and it remembers if you click off a book and you go back to a book. So I was able to reread some of the classics as well. It's been very useful for research for school and things, and it's got I haven't seen a service with so many audiobooks on that's access to so many audiobooks for such a small price. Now, if you are a prolific reader or listener, particularly if you're in the UK, because our Audible membership, as standard, you only get the 1 credit per month. You can buy other credits for £6.99 each, or sometimes they do a deal for 3 credits for £19.99. So that can be quite good, but generally there isn't or from what I can work out and what I've tried, I haven't found an unlimited listen sort of option. And they've definitely got content that Audible doesn't have, and Audible, in fairness, does have content that Scribd doesn't have, and that's why I've kept access to both. However, I've found I've used Scribd more because I've wanted to or at least to try new books, because you haven't sort of committed yourself to trying new books as it go. New books as it stands. You can try them, and if you don't like them, you can stop listening to them, and you don't feel like you've wasted your money or wasted a credit. Now, if I particularly liked a book and want to listen to it over and over again, I'd probably go and buy it on Audible, to be fair. So, it's a good way to try out new authors that maybe you haven't experienced before, or to reread old classics. Like I read, maybe slightly embarrassingly, I read The Long Winter by Laura Ingalls Wilder, which is one of my favourite books from when I was a child. In many ways it's not that PC now, but I still enjoy it anyway as a product of its time. And it was nice to reread it again, particularly when we got snow on the ground. It always makes me feel very cosy. So it was nice to read that, and I've read some classics like Jane Eyre, and I've even been able to read a verse of the Bible. I wanted to get more acquainted with the Old Testament again, to see if I remembered it, or remembered as much of it as I thought, and to just reacquaint myself with it, just because it's an important seminal text, quite apart from things about whether you are religious or not. It's an important seminal text to be aware of, and it did influence a lot of laws. And I am a person of Christian faith, so I thought I ought to maybe reacquaint myself with the Bible, and it was easy enough to be able to do that, which was good. And also it's just I can't tell you how much how the options for borrowing things like texts and magazines, it's just it was like opening a very large box of chocolates and being able to binge freely on it without fear of weight gain. But I actually enjoyed it more than chocolate even. So I have to say I would give it a very big thumbs up. I mean, I would still maintain my Audible membership, but it's been a very, very wonderful thing when you've been stuck, or when I've been stuck in the house and like not able to go out, not able to buy books, and it just gave me something to do, something else to focus on. And it would be great. They've got children's books as well, so it would be great to introduce to children. It would be great for children with a visual impairment or a learning disability, although there are other services like the service Bookshare that I also use as well. But what's so nice about the Scribd books is that they are all actually read by human beings, and it can be, as somebody who has had to read a lot of books in synthetic voice, which is, I mean, lots of things, it's improved a great deal from when I was younger, and synthetic voice is actually very, it's not perfect, but it's much easier to listen to now than it was, and you don't kind of lose the thread as much, particularly if it's a factual book or a biography. Occasionally it can lose the thread a bit with, just general stories and books with a lot of accent. It can get a bit confused. But the Scribd gave me a lot of access to human-read books, and it's been an absolute fantastic resource. So I'd just like to say, this isn't sponsored by the way, I just wanted to make sure that people were aware of it and they might find it useful like I did, and it's just something that you might like to try, and it's not too expensive, although people have said it's a bit pricey. If you have to buy a lot of audio books and audio content, it can the cost of these can mount up. So if you are reliant on that kind of thing, this Scribd service could work out quite financially, viable because it's one flat rate for however much you use, and if you use it a lot, it works out very well. So I will leave a link to the website explaining about it, hopefully in the description, and I will try and add the I did a screen recording of me using the app that would explain what it looks like, so I shall add that in now and try and do a bit of a voiceover. So I open up the app here on my phone and just you scroll through till I find the app. Here it is. Sorry, it takes me a while, and it's opening now. And here is one book I was listening to. It's a true crime book that I wanted to just try out some different true crime things, and also it's got some of the other books I've been listening to about Anne Bronte, The Long Winter, which is the one I was talking to you about earlier on. And it's just very easy to try and try out different books. It keeps your place, so it will load exactly where you were the last time. It's got lots of different genres and things you might be interested in. So I just thought it was a win-win to try things out. Really, it was one of the best things it's definitely one of the best things to come out of the end of last year. I have to say, there's you can get PDFs here on different subjects, or different magazines and podcasts and that sort of thing. So it was definitely really worth it for me anyway. So I hope you enjoy trying this out, and you can go and test it out for yourselves. I believe they quite often have a free trial going, so I'll hope you find it useful. I'll speak to you all in my next video.